Hello, all my beautiful celestial beings, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. My name is Simone, and here on my channel I offer spiritual guidance to empower my celestial beings and heart-centered energy healing to help you align with your higher self. So if that is something that you might be interested in, please consider hitting that subscribe button and joining our family of celestial beings. So for this reading, I'm super excited to be diving into the energy of the relationship that you are currently in. So these are going to be messages for couples along your spiritual path and kind of where your energy is at together while you are in union. And if you are currently single, but you still are maybe in a new relationship, or if you are considering kind of how the energy with a particular person might look like in a future relationship, then you can also watch these readings from that perspective and see what resonates with you. So it has always been my personal experience that when you are in a relationship, you know, the energy of your partner can really affect your manifestations and can really influence your spiritual path. So sometimes if your partner is going through a blockage or working through a shadow, then that can affect your manifestations and kind of your own energy as well, because you are so closely connected in this relationship, and vice versa. So it is important to do a couple's energy check, I feel, from time to time to see where you guys are at, what you guys are working through, maybe some messages that come through for you as a unit, you know, as a team on the spiritual path. So that's what we're going to be diving into for this reading. And if you're as excited as I am to dive into these piles, then please go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up, and let's go ahead and dive into these piles. Pile number 1 is a Malachite stone. Pile number 2 is the rose quartz. Pile number 3 is a Labradorite. And pile number 4 is a clear quartz crystal. Now's your opportunity to take as much time as you need, pause the video if you need to, and find out which pile or piles most resonate with you and your partner. You may want to watch this reading with your partner or significant other just to see what messages resonate with you together. And if that's not the case, you can still kind of watch this and see what messages resonate with you. And as I mentioned before too, if you are single currently, but you are kind of curious about the energy that you might have with a particular person in a relationship, then you can go ahead and watch this from that perspective, as I said before. But yeah, I'm excited to do a relationship reading just to give you an energy update on how you guys are doing in the relationship, or what messages Spirit has for both of you guys together. So once you have on your pile or piles, you can head on down into the description box below. That's where I've posted the timestamps for each one of these readings. Please keep in mind that these are general readings, so take the messages that resonate with you and leave the rest. Those are most likely for somebody else who also chose this reading, or rather some other couple that chose this reading. But I do believe that everything happens for a reason, so be sure to watch the reading all the way through to the end so that you receive the message or messages that drew you to this reading and drew you to that pile. Okay, let's not waste any more time. I can't wait to find out what these messages have in store for you guys. So I will see you over at your reading. Hello, all my beautiful celestial beings who chose pile number 1. I have your pile right here with the Malachite stone on it. So I'm going to set your stone aside just so that we can dive on into your pile and see what the tarot cards have to say first. And I will be reading these facing you. We have the Hierophant. Awesome. We have the Star in reverse. We have 6 of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. And lastly, for the tarot cards, we have the 8 of Cups in reverse. Okay, what I'm sensing right away from you both and your relationship is this great way that you guys learn and grow together. I feel as though there's a lot of spiritual growth between the two of you. Maybe you both have this motivation within yourself to constantly learn and grow, study yourselves, maybe analyze your relationship, but in a way that is coming from a higher perspective, you know, in a way that isn't being too critical, but more so in a way that is growing you as people, you know, individually or together or both. I also see that both of you really have your lives kind of together. I feel like you are kind of contributing and building upon your daily lives. So in other words, I feel like you are in a good place, maybe financially. I feel like you're taken care of by either, you know, via financially, via you have everything that you need, you're being nurtured, your physical well-being in a very physical sense. There are some things though that I feel like you maybe feel like is lacking. And there's kind of, what I'm seeing with the Star and the Six of Wands is that, and this doesn't mean, again, this doesn't mean that like the relationship is not going well or anything like that, but I'm seeing that there's been maybe a feeling, maybe even between the two of you guys, where you're feeling like, what do we do next? You know, you want some excitement, you want there to be some kind of answers coming through. And there is, you know, I do see what I sense with the Hierophant as well is this understanding of gaining knowledge and pursuing knowledge and reading, and maybe even one of you is going back to school to gain an education in some type of area. And this is all benefiting, you know, this is all benefiting your growth. I feel like maybe lately you've been really focused on finances, as far as really focused on the material side of the relationship. In other words, like maybe getting work done and you know, doing chores and sharing the burden of that part of the relationship, which is really important, of course, to be kind of so grounded and having things put together. But like I've said, is that what maybe is feeling like you're lacking direction in is something that is even maybe an internal struggle with you guys, or even just one of you maybe in the partnership. There's a feeling or a need or this desire for like this newfound hope and inspiration. And because the Star card is present, this tells me that there is something coming in that is going to bring this new sense of guidance, because you're wanting to kind of move to the next level of things, you know, and it may not be within the relationship, it could just be within your lives together. You know, you're like, okay, what's the next thing? What's the next thing that's going to bring us hope, that's going to really direct us towards what we're trying to manifest here? So I feel as though there's this need to have that kind of drive and inspiration as far as like getting the excitement back as to what you're working towards, because things may have felt a little mundane, or like you guys are caught up in the day-to-day life. There's something that, you know, is needing to be healed from. And I feel as though this could be causing like distance, right? Like not having the communication, or not sharing past wounds or past, you know, things that need to be healed within are kind of, there's like a stuck energy here with the Eight of Cups being in reverse, in that there's an opportunity that this is going to really heal those past disappointments or heal past wounds with this new energy kind of coming in, or kind of like just beneath the surface, you know. And it's important to really welcome it in and be open to it and kind of trust that spirit, because this is spirit talking. When we see the Star, this is like your angels shining the light, shining the North Star to guide you to the next level of things. It's this new clarity of understanding and hope for the future, and inspiration that then gives you, you know, what do we do next? What's the next action here? With the Six of Wands, like how can you move forward with confidence in your own divine self, being yourself fully? And I feel as though that's definitely something that is being healed right now, is your individual authenticity. And maybe even the relationship is bringing that out, and you bringing out an opportunity for you to express yourself at a new level that is going to bring about this like new passion and excitement for the future. I think this with the Hierophant, my understanding and kind of what I'm hearing with that is this energy of being kind of driven to find answers, maybe in your own spiritual journeys, maybe in your career and what you can build upon with a new degree or something having to do with that. There's also this, you know, you I feel like you guys have been a long-standing couple, as though you've been together for a long time. If you're currently in a relationship, I feel like it may be a very kind of like you guys know each other so well, and you've created like a good teamwork, a good system set up, and you're ready for like that next big exciting project, or like that next big exciting thing to do. But it feels as though things have been put on pause, and this can be partially what is causing kind of like this feeling of not really, almost like aimlessly walking, aimlessly wandering, feeling like you're losing your direction, feeling like you're losing the hope in the manifestations that you both once had for each other. But it's not gone completely. There's this desire, the desire for something more and something greater. So you may be feeling like, okay, let me see what I can learn how, or maybe both of you together are kind of saying, okay, let's figure this out. Let's create like a good system. Let's figure out the plan, the routine, the steps that are needing to be taken to get there. And I do think that this energy is bringing this in. It's almost like all of the actions and the steps that are needing to be taken are being taken. It's just you have to hold out on the hope, on the clarity that is needing to come through to guide you to the next steps. So let's take a look at your oracle cards next. We have resistance. And then we also have acceptance. Okay, and even with this acceptance energy, we see two people coming together, there's spark between each other. So with these two things, there's resistance and acceptance. It's almost as though let go of the resistance and accept, where you're at right now. And as I said too, even though there's kind of some things on pause here that are causing you guys to feel like stuck energy, there's a question here to what is being resisted in the situation. Is a certain action being resisted? Maybe it's not a certain action, maybe it's resistance to what is, and then acceptance is needed in order to kind of release that resistance. Just maybe taking a step back and accepting the present moment, or accepting that, okay, this is where we're at. Maybe you don't know what's next, maybe you don't, but now's the opportunity to really accept that and open up to what the universe wants to bring you next. Sometimes we're clinging so hard to one way for this to play out that we are resistant to anything else coming in that's actually going to fulfill the same request, but just in a different way, or in a way that we were not expecting it to be. So this may be the opportunity to check yourself energetically, check the relationship. Where are you guys resisting? Are you resisting in something that somebody else, maybe your partner, or vice versa? You're resisting something that they're pursuing, or maybe you're resistant to the change that is happening or that is wanting to come in. So really, whatever it is, it doesn't really matter necessarily depending on the person. It's important for you to see where you feel that resistance and heal it with acceptance. You still may not know all the answers, you may not be able to let go of the not knowing, but you can at least accept that there is a level here of not knowing. And also trust that the answer wants to come in. It almost feels as though the answer does want to come in for you guys, like the new, that hope on the horizon, or that clarity that points the way for you to the next step with whatever you're building on here. Because I do feel like you guys are comfortable with each other. There's this comfort knowing what the other person and who the other person is and what they bring to the situation and their personality, like knowing all of that. So where is the resistance coming up? And getting really clear on what that is, so that you can welcome in whatever it is that the universe wants to bring in next. Because this, to me too, kind of speaks of acceptance of each other fully. Acceptance of where both of you are at currently, right now. And then you can work towards something else. So yeah, this feels like something that you guys can totally, you know, you totally are ready to kind of move through this resistance. I feel like you've been there before. This is just the next level, the next exciting thing for you guys on the horizon. So let's keep going. We're gonna pull some more oracle cards next. Let's see what's next. Okay, so these two things. So we have, it's time to release negativity. So as I said before, there's a lot of like action that you guys are doing that's all correct. You know, like it's the right, you're taking the right steps forward. Like there's security in this. But there's a resistance to something, and that's only bringing negativity. That's only preventing something, some understanding, like clarity of the situation with the star. You just keep getting pulled back to that, which is like kind of what's being blocked. And then we have these two things of maybe feeling autonomy in yourself, like feeling maybe you've lost yourself a little bit. Like what is it within yourself that you're resisting, basically? You might be caught up in each other's energy as well, which is why it is so important to do an energy check-in, you know, with your partner every once in a while, and just see kind of where is the resistance coming from. So release negativity, and it says bring love into the situation. So again, this is something you guys are resolving with acceptance. I mean, love and acceptance, this is complete. This is like unconditional love, you know, accepting the situation where it is right now doesn't mean that you can't also change it. You know, so you may be resistant in accepting what is. And once you kind of release that resistance, because the present moment is the present moment. It doesn't mean that you can't change it, but if you're resisting the present moment or where the situation is currently, then you're resisting any transformation of it because you're trying to push it away, but it is the situation, you know? So the resistance is just putting up a block. It's just putting up a big wall and saying like, I don't want to accept where I'm at, but if we're not fully in the energy, in our present energy and conscious of it, then we really can't move forward from it. So I think a lot of times we think manifestation, like manifesting something means like focusing on what we don't want, you know? We get into that like, oh, I really don't want this, I really don't want this, like trying to tell the universe like, I don't want this. But that's actually the, you know, that only tells the universe, all the universe feels is this energy of like, you want to feel resistance. So it's mirroring back to you more things to feel resistant towards. Once you feel acceptance, then the universe brings in more things to accept, or more things that feel at ease with you. So let's pull a few more tarot cards to see what is this maybe related to. What is this resistance or you know, negativity, negative energy? What is this related to? What does this have to do with the world? Okay, that was a few cards. We're gonna pull just one more. Or maybe more than that, but I feel like that was too many. They're like flying out for you guys. But with the world, you know, this is clearly the final piece to the puzzle, to the final outcome. I think you guys, you know, you may be feeling like, okay, we have, as I said before, like you may have been together for a while, you know everything about each other, or you feel like you have stability, you have everything kind of fitting into place. But there's one thing that would really like get you guys to the next level of happiness, of excitement, of contentment in your lives. And this is really a big piece to the puzzle, because we're seeing that with the world, that this really is going to bring things together. This is like your ideal picture is what you're resistant to. Interesting. Okay, let's see what else do we have here? Okay, so 7 of Cups and the Ace of Wands are coming through. So this is both a completion with the world and also a new beginning with the Ace of Wands and 7 of Cups. This is a dream energy. This is like something that it's almost as though the cards are saying you are resistant to your ideal dream, which seems like a contradiction. Like, how could you be resistant to it? But sometimes there's this fear of, well, what if there's something more, or what if there's something better, or what if I'm not going about this the right way, or, you know, like, what if once I get it, I'm not going to like it anymore? There could also be resistance to feeling worthy of it and feeling deserving of this final piece to the puzzle. Feeling, you know, worried about letting go to your creativity and giving in to just like almost like a chaotic energy, but also with chaos comes creativity. You know, a lot of artists tend to be more disorganized, and it's like the unknown, but it's exciting. And I do sense from this other energy that it's almost like the new, the different, the change is what is being resistant, because you guys have, as I said before, like this stable energy in the relationship. But taking it to the next step means the unknown. And there's fears surrounding the unknown. And there's, I mean, with the Seven of Cups, there's so many wishful thinkings, you know, there's so many possibilities that you're considering. But what is the right one is kind of like what you're resisting. It's like, how do I decide? How do I move forward with the right one, or the right next step? So what I feel is it is important to take a step back and just accept and release a lot of this pressure that you're putting on yourself to kind of figure it all out. Because there's so much that you can be grateful for in the present moment, grateful for right now. And, you know, I think what might happen is you might have like an idea about something that feels good, and then you might find reasons why it's not, maybe one of you, you know, maybe not both of you together, but maybe one of you in the relationship kind of has a great idea, or like is excited about something, but then finds reasons why it could go wrong. And that's actually, you know, that's really helpful, because you're planning and you're figuring out the pros and cons. But you can also release that and trust in the universe, trust in spirit energy to guide you. And also just kind of like trust that change is inevitable and things aren't always going to stay the same. Let's keep pulling some oracle cards for you guys to see kind of if we can gain further messages for my group ones. Any further messages for group one? Okay. Inner core solidity. Yeah, this is kind of confirming what I was saying before, which is that things are solid. Like, if things are solid in this relationship, you know you can trust this person. So what is this fear? You know, how do we move through this fear? I also feel like, you know, we have two people, again, kind of sharing one mind almost. That deep connection between you guys, and there's a dove kind of coming from that inner core of their mind. So I feel like there's maybe a resolution needed. There's some peace of mind needed, and we have expansion with North. So I mentioned the North Star with the Star card pointing the way, you know, offering guidance. So you are expanding through this experience, you're expanding through this challenge or inner conflict. Your relationship is expanding. Your trust in one another is expanding as well. You're coming to a understanding together, and that's deepening your connection. You know, whatever. A lot of times, you know, the thing that we're most resistant to is what's present in order to teach us the deepest, most profound message or understanding, and level us up to a new deepening of awareness, of connection between the two of you. So, you know, bring love into the situation through acceptance. Releasing resistance will help you see clearer. Even if you just don't know how you're going to resolve the actual problem, start by releasing that resistance within your body. Confidence. So this is bringing a new level of confidence in your manifestations together, in your connection. I mean, we have the world, you know, this is giving you, it's just such an expansiveness. When we talk about North and the world, it's an expansion both externally, but also internally. It's like through this release of resistance, trusting in the process and not rushing it either. Home, confidence in your home life, right? Safety in your home life. Because here's the thing is, you might be so focused on this manifestation coming in that you feel unstable without it, that you're resisting what is, but what is this confidence and this safe haven. So don't forget how far you have come to build up this confidence and to create a home for yourself. Oh, and love. Oh, that's so, okay. So this whole experience, this whole energy surrounding you, I mentioned, you guys, you know, this is long-term. I feel like your relationship is just like a deep connection, for maybe even like past life connection, just because to me, there's marriage here, you know, to me, there's long-term commitment. You guys are confident in your love and your connection in building a home together. So this is only deepening through, it's almost like let go of resistance to this connection too. Maybe you have a resistance to, just have to restart my camera. Sorry about that. But I was just mentioning that maybe you have a resistance, or one or both of you have a resistance or a shadow to trusting somebody else and starting, you know, either maybe starting a family, maybe starting this long-term commitment, or maybe it's not even that. Maybe it's just feeling like there's this fear of being betrayed or abandoned. And that's, you know, the energy between you guys, as I said, is there's this confidence, there's deep love, there's this longevity. And together you're going to figure this out. You already have this stability, even the spiritual stability as well with the Hierophant. This is tradition, this is marriage, connection, and also deep knowledge, spiritual knowledge. I feel like this is you growing together. So I do feel as though it's just this loving energy of like, you guys will work this out, you guys together. And it may not even be something that is between the two of you. Maybe something you're both on the same, you know, you guys are on the same team and you're trying to, you know, get to this next level here, expand your situation. You are building this beautiful foundation of not just physical nurturing. I mean, we saw with the Queen of Pentacles, this mothering earth energy of nurture and support and abundance here that you share together, building a home with confidence and love. I mean, what could be better than that? So let go of that resistance. Everything is flowing as it should. This is beautiful. This is beautiful energy. Let's pull one final oracle card for you guys. I can't resist. Let's see one final question about just maybe even just your spiritual growth. What message does Spirit have for you? Deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. You guys are healing. That is so beautiful. You're healing together. You're working through this energy, healing old wounds or childhood wounds, rising above them, to create a home of confidence and love, like we were saying, you know, an inner core of solidity. These are strong bonds and like strong energy that you are using, like you're coming together to heal these energies at a deep level for you, for your generational, for your ancestors, really, for the next generation, for your children. Or if you're not having children, you know, just for your DNA, for humanity, because this is deep cellular healing. Cellular is, you know, at the DNA level. This may be things that you are healing from past lives, from generational curses, things like that. So this is a beautiful connection that you guys have. Thank you so much for letting me tap into your energy for this reading today. And thanks to Spirit for bringing in these messages for us today. I am so grateful to be able to offer these readings to you guys. I hope you are enjoying them. And if you are, please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you haven't done that already. Comment down below, let me know if these messages were helpful, if they resonated with you. I would love to chat with you in the comments down below. And lastly, if you have not done so already, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I have some readings that I'm offering. They are linked down in the description box as well below, so check those out if you're interested in any personal readings and the rest of what I offer on my website. But that's gonna do it for this reading. I hope to see you back again soon, but bye for now. Hello, all my beautiful celestial beings who chose pile number 2. I have your pile right here with the rose quartz on it. So I'm going to set your stone aside so we can dive on into your tarot cards first. So I will be reading these facing you. We have the 3 of Wands, the 10 of Pentacles, the World in reverse, the Tower, and lastly, we have the Knight of Swords. Okay, wow, there's a big energy here between the Tower and the World card. We also have the 10 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands. So there's a positive conclusion coming for you. We have the 3 of Wands. There's new information on the horizon for you guys. All right. So I feel like there's an opportunity, or there's something that's going to be bringing in some abundance, some answers, like some tangible next steps, or some kind of final conclusions that are good news. I feel like there's positive news on the horizon, which may really be a relief, because I feel like you guys are kind of dealing with some tumultuous energy right now, with the Knight of Swords as well. So I don't know if this is energy between the two of you, or you might be experiencing this and going through this together, because the Tower is really shaking things up for you. And I feel like you guys, together, you might be feeling as though you have the vision, but it keeps eluding you. You know, you have your vision of the outcome that you want, but it keeps eluding you. So it keeps like not showing up, or keeps falling away. Like you test things out, you put things out there, and they fall away, or people kind of fall through the cracks, you know, opportunities fall through the cracks. Something is kind of keeping you from, it almost feels like you try to build something up and then it just kind of falls apart. It doesn't work out the way you wanted it to work out. And I see with the Knight of Swords, it's almost like you're ready to go. You're ready to find that successful path forward. You're ready to figure out, like, what are the answers here? Either success on a career level, or like you're at your relationships level, but there's no footing here. You know, there's no footing to go forward. To me, though, what I'm getting the sense of is that, you know, there are a lot of things for many of you, like there's even things financially that are working out, but internally and mentally, you might feel like there's strain here, there's stress. You might feel like things from the past are kind of coming up and you thought they were already healed. And I do sense that although, you know, positive outcomes, there's abundance here with the 10 of Pentacles. There's family here, there's connections. There's good times to be had, and there's more opportunities on the horizon. There's more good things coming in. That there's something that's keeping you from feeling whole, though, from feeling like the whole picture is complete. And I'm getting the sense from these cards that this is really coming from an internal monologue or kind of mental thoughts that keep coming up. So we have to dive into that. We have to see kind of how do we release those with your energy right now? How are these kind of affecting you guys together? Because we reflect and mirror each other in a relationship, you know, in a deep relationship like this. There's reflection, there's mirroring that's happening. So the question is really, you know, how do you move through that, or what is being mirrored back to you? And how can you work through that? So let's take a look at your oracle cards next. We have assessing. So this still is in a phase right now where things are coming up and there's confusion here. There's a need to gain perspective. You know, she's in an air balloon. And yeah, hot air balloon. So she's high above, looking out at the expanse, out at the whole picture, right? And looking out and assessing the situation. So there's a lot of, you might have been caught up in all of these thoughts, these fears of kind of what could happen, or just feeling kind of like mentally unstable right now, you know, feeling like, how do I figure myself out mentally so I can be there for my partner, or so that we can get on the same page? And again, this could be one, or, you know, maybe both of you are feeling this hecticness. So let's see what the next card is. We have peace. Oh, yes. Whew, the peace is here, okay? Peace is coming through. So this is priority right now, right? This is going to be the priority. Is there's stability in your connections. There's a lot of stability with family, but peace is what is needed. So again, you know, when you're seeking peace, when you're assessing and seeking peace, just know, I feel like a message coming through for many of you is like, know that you can't be too hard on yourself when you have this overactive mind, because when you start blaming yourself, that's just more thought processing. That's just more pressure, you know, pressure to get rid of the thoughts, which is just more thoughts kind of coming in and flooding your mind. Peace is getting back into your body, is meditating, is assessing the situation from a perspective of peace. So in other words, sitting with your body in the present moment, allowing thoughts to pass by like clouds in the sky, and just watching them without judgment. Just watching the thoughts pass by without judgment. Now, I will say that these thoughts are coming up because I'm hearing you're only as strong as your weakest link, you know, and this message has come up for me a few times recently. It's just that you're only as strong as your weakest link. So if there is a fear with, you know, a deep set fear or a shadow within you that, you know, is unhealed, or is still, you're still kind of not integrating, then this is causing an instability. It's causing a weakness in the foundation, right? It's not a weakness in you to have a shadow. It's by ignoring it that we give it more power, basically. Once we face it full on, once we give it love and attention and awareness, that's when you regain your power and you regain your strength. You also regain peace. So you're in a time as a couple, even, you know, together, you're in a time of assessing and making peace, and that spiritual deep level peacefulness your priority. So set that as an intention. You could set that in the comments below if you want to write that down, you know, setting and claiming the energy of peace. Now, there's also binaural beats that you can listen to that are healing energies. You can go to energy healing, because sometimes, you know, this could be a buildup. I almost feel like there's a buildup of energy in your body, of this like static energy of maybe even anxiety to some extent. So I feel as though right now, as a couple, as a team, peace is the priority right now. How do we get there? You know, that's going to be the question you put out to the universe. How do I get to a state of peace? Acceptance, you know, acceptance, awareness. These are all things that are going to help. So let's keep going. We're going to pull some further messages with the oracle cards, and probably pull some more tarot cards too. But let's do a few more oracle cards next for my group twos. We have show the world the real you. Maybe you're feeling at odds with parts of yourself. As I mentioned, you know, when we kind of shut down or we don't integrate all aspects of ourselves, that's where we end up in this feeling of turmoil, a feeling of not knowing who we really are. Being honest and communicating with each other as a couple. Sharing ourselves honestly with each other. You know, having those difficult conversations brings you together, you know. It doesn't, sometimes we think if we share our deepest secrets or our darkest secrets or our truths, that the other person is going to abandon or deny us or not accept us. But then again, that again is a weakness. That again is the tower, you know, because if that person can't accept the real you, do you even have a relationship if you're lying about it, right? So any relationship in our lives, is it really, and maybe you're okay with that in certain circumstances, but maybe with certain people, you do need to be your authentic self fully, or else you feel trapped, you feel lost, you feel confused. So together, I feel like you guys have a lot to offer, and finding your authentic selves together is a big part of why you are together, you know. Okay, we have with the gibbous moon, you're very close to achieving your goal. You're so close, and there's so much, you know, this brings me back to the Three of Wands. There's energy coming, there's opportunities coming in too. There's energy, there's new exciting things coming in. You've built up so much, you're coming to another happy conclusion. So finding peace within yourself is really, in yourselves together, you know, is really what you guys are working on. We also have step out of your comfort zone, and that is another confirmation, you know, sometimes sharing our authentic selves. Maybe you do feel like this person knows you so well, but maybe lately you've just been feeling some energy or some thoughts coming up and you've been withholding them. And again, this could be both or one of you guys. So step out of your comfort zone. This is an opportunity to be authentic and be open to something new, be open to sharing something about yourself new, or yourselves new. All right. So yeah, I feel like the Tower is kind of forcing you forward into a new sense of like vulnerability in your relationship as well, where you feel like, okay, I have to be vulnerable because you are feeling like you need additional support in each other. So that support comes from being honest and opening up about these types of things. Okay, let's keep going. We're gonna pull some more. Actually, let's pull some more tarot cards. Let's see what can be done about opening up about this. Let's see. What can group 2 do to show the real them, to step out of their comfort zone? What's needed right now for group 2? Okay, we have one that came through. Oh, the Lovers. The Lovers. Wow, yeah. You guys have a deep connection. You guys are here for a spiritual purpose. This energy of the Lovers card, you know, when we don't have, it's coming closer together. That's what it is. Again, that vulnerability is coming, trusting in each other, coming closer into union means opening up to our authentic selves, showing love, opening up to love, opening our hearts up to love, and being willing to be completely open, you know, completely embracing one another. Especially because there is so much, and there is so much love between the two of you because of that, you know, you together. And if this is something that maybe you're not facing individually, but together you're facing this, you coming together is going to be your power. That is where you're going to find this, you know, that's where you're going to achieve this goal. You guys do this together. And together, maybe you're coming out of your comfort zone. Together, you're showing your real true selves to the world. You get to do that. You know, I feel like this relationship in general is allowing both of you to step out into the world authentically because you find that power within each other. Ace of Cups. This is, again, so much deep love, so much deep healing as well with the Ace of Cups from this relationship. deep heart-centered healing. Wow. Oh, and we have 10 of Pentacles again. You know, I see family. I see you guys growing, or you know, for some of you, this could be growing a family, but I feel like you guys coming together is creating, you know, an even bigger family together. Maybe your families are getting along. There's a beautiful connection and healing that's happening from you guys being together. So the more you travel that journey, that walk that path of being your authentic self together, the deeper you heal, the more you heal your family as well. And this is an opportunity, you know, whenever you're watching this is just a timeless reading. But you're being kind of forced to step out of your comfort zone for just like an even deeper level of healing and connection. Maybe you're stepping out of your comfort zone to meet his family or her family or their family. You know, maybe there's a sense of like meeting new people or taking on a new career, like a new job or career. It's like maybe there's changes that are causing worries or fears. Maybe starting a family with this person is bringing up old fears or concerns. So it's important to just be honest about those fears, you know, because then you can work through it. Then they can kind of give you the comfort that you need to know that this is going to be okay. But remember, you're only as strong as your weakest link. So the shadow becomes your weakest link when you don't embrace it, when you don't remain aware of it. All right, we're going to keep pulling some oracle cards. Let's see what other messages for my group 2s. Let's see what other messages for my group 2s. Willpower. So at this point, you know, it's just sheer willpower to step into this new energy. There's a lot of fear, you know, there could be fear surrounding something new. The Tower could be bringing about like just kind of upheaval, feeling like things are changing so quickly and, you know, bringing up old fears or patterns, even between the two of you. But your love, your connection, and your willpower to persevere, that's powerful. That is going to serve you through this difficult time. And it's not going to last forever. You know, the Tower energy comes in, it sweeps in pretty quickly. But it causes change, it causes disruption, it causes us to be forced to get out of our comfort zone and to reflect on things for a very powerful reason, so that we can grow, so that we can get on the right path, and so that we can open up to the new opportunity that wants to come in for us. So let's see what other message from this deck do we have for group 2. Let's see, maybe one more message for group 2. All right, empowerment. Wow, power, willpower, and empowerment. This is, you might feel, this message is coming through, you might feel right now weakened by this situation. You might feel emotionally weakened, mentally weakened by this situation, but know that it is making you more powerful than ever. That you are building up your power, that you have this within you already, and it's just showing you how the power of your connection is so strong that it's like you're supercharged, like you're going to get through this, even though you might feel like you know, sometimes these experiences, it feels like we're out of control, or that like we can't go any further. Spirit is coming through and saying, no, you have this power, you can do this, you guys are doing this, you're getting through a difficult time. And you're empowered. You're empowered in your energy together to get through like anything. That's what's so amazing. Yeah, that's what's so amazing about this energy. It's just like this stronger together. And I talked about weakness, right? I talked about like the weakest link. So embracing the weakness is what empowers you, right? So embracing the fact that, yeah, you're tired, or yeah, you feel like you're at the end of or at your wit's end or something like that, you know, admitting that only empowers you, right? Because you are able to bring it to light, and from there you can get the strength of the universe behind you. But when we're pushing things in the shadows, or we're denying things, or we're trying to, like, you know, push through, we burn out, and we don't have the backing of the universe because we haven't shined the light of our awareness on it. All right, let's keep going. I'm sure there's more messages for you guys. So we're gonna finish up with a few more oracle cards. Let's see, any more messages for group 2? Oceans with bravery. There's so much I mean, it says step out of your comfort zone. There's so much courage and bravery here. So maybe, you know, you may feel like this is a weakness, but again, you have the ability to overcome this, and you are doing it. You know, you're doing it. You've been so brave so far. Together, you are even braver and stronger and more empowered. And you find, that's the thing, is like when you bring light to something, you realize, like, you have the power. You had the power all along, right? Like, that's the actual truth, is that it was never a weakness to begin with, but it was just hidden. So it felt like a weakness. All right, let's see. Any other messages? And the Tower energy requires so much bravery to get through it. It really does. You know, when we face the Tower energy, as I said, it can disrupt a lot of our lives, whether internally or externally. For this group, I feel most of you, it will be kind of an internal struggle. We have storms and cleansing, right? So this is the Tower, right? This is the message of the Tower, which is that the storm, as scary and how disruptive and chaotic the storm is, it's actually cleansing. It's actually clearing away those things that were holding us back. Wow. Yes, so the storm will pass. The storm does not last forever. In fact, a lot of times it happens so quickly, right? It's so tumultuous, but it happens so quickly to end so quickly. And we're left kind of with the wreckage afterwards. But it's an opportunity to, it's cleansing everything. It's clearing things away. And it's leaving us with fresh awareness. All right, let's get a final message for my group 2s as to what you guys are working on as a couple, a spiritual level. What is happening at that spiritual, deeper, divine level that we're talking about here? Let's get a clear message for my group 2s. Okay. The Great Severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. So whoever, you know, this is Mars energy. This is masculine, powerful, warrior type energy too. This requires bravery, intensity. Maybe there's a lot of anger coming up for you, like the storm within you is kind of raging. Maybe this is between each other, but we're seeing you softening to love. We're seeing this kind of energy having to pass through in order for you to heal, in order for you to rise above, in order for you to kind of see from on the other side of this. And coming together on this, you know, this is going to be very healing. As powerful as this is, you know, Spirit wants to confirm for you, like, this is powerful, intense energy that you are experiencing, that you're going through. So sometimes it's good to be validated by that, you know, like, this is tough, right? You know, like, you're kind of like, right, this is a tough time. Yes, you know, this is being confirmed by Spirit. So, but you will get through this. You know, love will persevere. We have softening to love, so that you will come to the other side of this with healing of the heart. Okay. So listen to your intuition with this. Trust in your own heart and your own guidance as well as to what to do next. I feel like the Tower is almost kind of forcing this change, forcing this kind of breakthrough. But open up to this. This is coming to you. Okay, so welcome in this new opportunity. You don't have to do this all on your own. You don't have to go seeking. You don't have to go searching. something's coming in for you to help you, to help you in the next path, the next step of your. Okay, group 2, thank you so much for joining me for this reading. I truly hope these messages were helpful to you both on your spiritual journey together. If you did enjoy this reading, please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. I want to thank you guys so much for allowing me to tap into your energy, and thank Spirit for allowing these messages to come through for those that needed it. If you have not done so already, but you are enjoying my readings, I would love it if you would consider hitting that subscribe button and joining our family of celestial beings. Don't forget to comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on this reading. I would love to have a chat in the comments with you. And lastly, if you want to check out my website, it's linked down below. It lets you know of everything that I offer, including personal readings and my program. So that's going to do it for this reading though. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope to see you back again soon, but bye for now. Hello, all my beautiful celestial beings who chose pile number 3. I have your pile right here with the Labradorite stone on it. So I'm going to set your stone aside so we can dive on in to the tarot cards first. Okay, we have 2 of Pentacles, and I will be reading these facing you guys. So, all right, we have the 7 of Wands. We have the 8 of Swords in reverse. The 3 of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man. Nice, okay. All right, let's see. So there's, there's definitely a new understanding, a new like pathway opening up for you guys. I feel like there's kind of like a release from feeling trapped or stuck, not knowing what to do next, but there's so much energy here. It's kind of like overcoming a time or a difficult time. Like maybe things have been causing you guys to feel like you can't move forward, or something's been stopping you, and now you're coming to a new level of understanding and awareness. There's a lot of kind of like recognition happening here. It's almost like before you weren't able to see the path. You weren't able to see how to reach your goals or how to kind of proceed forward. There's a lot of blocks, but now I just see like you guys were able to overcome that. I also feel like you've been trying to find balance, trying to kind of juggle things, balance things out, and it's been working, right? So giving each other, almost like giving each other praise and recognizing, the work that goes into things for each other, kind of like appreciating each other, appreciating the things that each other are doing to kind of move forward. There's a higher level of awareness. So I don't know if you currently feel like before maybe you couldn't communicate about this, or maybe you couldn't figure out this balance, but you're starting to find harmony in things. And it is important to share the burden of the relationship, be a team. Not even just the relationship, but just kind of like, daily normal life things can be hard to kind of find balance in. And I think that you guys are finding a way, learning to see things from a new perspective, and just being really open, being open to seeing things from the other person's perspective. I think, sometimes it can be hard where we are kind of stuck in our own thought process, or stuck in kind of how we see things. But this is all about kind of turning that on its head and communicating versus being unable to express yourself. So in this relationship, whether that was like a past feeling or past relationship like dynamic, this relationship, I see you guys, overcoming obstacles with the 7 of Wands, and then, appreciating each other, feeling like you're being recognized in the relationship for what you are contributing, right? So it's like each of you are doing your part to create a successful dynamic. I think that is really allowing you guys to see this higher level of awareness, a different perspective on things. And I feel like harmony is it's in balance here. I also, there's some more energy here with the Hanged Man, which we'll pull some more tarot cards for that, because I'm getting another message with the Hangman that has to do kind of at an energetic and spiritual level here of kind of what's happening. We'll definitely pull some cards on that. Let's keep going with some oracle cards. We have abundance. Yeah, see, I feel like it's really working for you. This means that there's a lot of kind of success in the way you work together and building your lives together, right? So there's an abundance here. There's abundance of help from each other. I feel like there's an abundance of nurturing and understanding, and also an abundance of praise for what each of you contribute to this partnership. And then we have attraction. Ooh, yeah. With super moon. So these are moon cards. So we have hunter moon and super moon. And attraction. Oh, and we have 4-4. So just this energy. Oh, and we have 2 A's here. I don't know if you guys have like matching names, or like both of your names start with A, or maybe last names. I don't know why I drawn to that, but there's this 4-4-AA. Like, I feel like you guys are really mirrors, like almost twins, or, you know, like definitely like soulmate energy kind of that I'm feeling, because you guys are really like almost like so much alike that where like one of you will finish where the other one left off, I guess, and appreciate things about each other, because you know, like you guys are working in sync is kind of what I feel like. You know, like your steps are in sync together. And you guys are so attracted to each other, just spiritually attracted to each other, you know, like at an energy level, because both of you are bringing the same level of commitment and energy to the relationship, right? So you are both contributing in your own ways to make the relationship and your lives together really function harmoniously, which I just love that. And I think that you guys also just in general, your energy currently is just attracting this beautiful level of abundance. And you've opened up, like you've almost, I just feel like you've opened this curtain up to welcome in more of it, to attract, right? You're attracting abundance as well, because that's your energy, that's your wavelength right now that you're bringing in. So this may actually have come after with a new understanding. Some of you as couples or individually, maybe some of you have gone through spiritual transformation to get you to this place. And I'm feeling that with the Hanged Man. Yeah, this is leveling up. This is kind of this perspective shift of a bigger picture of surrendering as well with the Hanged Man. Surrendering to spirit together has opened up this gateway that's like flooding in abundance for you, is what I'm feeling. Wow. All right, let's keep going. We're gonna pull some further messages with the oracle cards. I also mentioned we'll pull some tarot cards too, but let's see what messages come with this deck for my group 3s. Let's see. Okay. What messages for group 3? Show the world the real you with full moon in Aquarius. Let's see what's next. One more message for group 3s. I feel as though this energy of show the world the real you, I'm getting that, like I'm hearing as though you both appreciate each other for who you authentically are, right? So as I mentioned before, I see it's like puzzle pieces, right? Like I feel like you balance each other out and you find this beautiful like flow together, because like where one person, you know, leaves off, the other person picks up, and there's just this flow. And there's an appreciation here of that a lot between the two of you. And I think it's so great. Like, I think it's great to share that with each other, even if it's something simple, like, oh, thanks for cleaning that dish. Like, you know, like just feeling the appreciation of that. This could be something so simple, right? Like, oh, thanks for taking the trash out. That's so nice of you. but like it just like feels so good when you get recognized for doing something simple. Like you feel like you're being noticed and acknowledged for the effort that you're putting into the relationship. And if you've come from a relationship where, like, this message is just coming through just because I can relate to this, so I'm gonna just share. But if you come from a relationship where the other person did not do that, and you had to do everything yourself, then you understand how like just taking out the trash there's a certain amount of energy that goes into everything. So even small tasks can just add up to so much energy. So even when someone takes just like a little bit of energy off your plate, as far as like, you know, like effort off of your plate, it just makes you, it can just be like, it feels so good, right? I know one of my main love languages is acts of service, where somebody does, you know, does something like a simple chore, to me represents love, like a loving action. So, you know, depending on, I'm not sure if you guys relate to that, but, you know, it can be an act of love for someone to even do something as simple as like doing the dishes, depending on who you are. Because for some people that doesn't really represent love, but it does represent courtesy, you know, it does represent caring, like you want to help. So I think that between the two of you is so powerful and really helps you guys just jive. So we have, it's time to take action. I'm gonna pull one more card, but this is with the new moon in Aries. So what action is needed to be taken? I feel as though, you know, thinking back to, I'm kind of like seeing the Eight of Swords as well, because this is inaction, right? And it's turned on its head. So a time of inaction is changing now, and a way is opening up for you. Like the doors are, I don't know why I keep seeing the doors opening up. That's what I keep seeing. And then you're going to be stepping into this action. You're attracting abundance that is requiring some kind of new action to be taken. Luck is on your side. Awesome. Awesome. New moon. So yeah, this relationship there is just in the flow right now. You guys are in the zone. And I feel like you're bringing in abundance together. You're bringing in an abundant life, abundance of love, of energy even. But luck is backing you right now in this next step. Now with Sagittarius and Aries, these are like really energy, like fire energy, right? So now that you've figured out who you guys are together and how to work together, this energy is coming in like propelling you forward, like maybe travel or a trip or stepping out in your career, or just like sharing yourself with the world in authentic ways together. So you know, this is such cool energy. I'm excited for you guys moving forward. We're gonna keep pulling some energy. Actually, let's do tarot cards next. Do you want to tap into, you know, anything I'm missing with the Hanged Man energy, or even with your this Aries energy as well? I feel like you're working together really well. Oh, the sun, there's, oh, you know what? Like this just, I'm just feeling the energy of you guys. This is like, this is just really exciting. Like I'm feeling hyped up. Can you tell? The sun, like this is fire energy, just really happiness coming in, feeling lucky. You know, feeling like luck is on your side, feeling like things are just working out finally, or just, you know, maybe not even finally, maybe just now that you've met, things are just working out for you guys. Because like I said, your energy, like you guys just fit together and you're making things work. Like when you're on the same page with somebody else in this close of a partnership, your manifestation is just like that much more powerful, right? Because not only are you able to not stress, you know, you're not wasting energy on stress or things that you feel like you are picking up the slack for the other person. When you're on the same page and you're like in the flow together, your manifestations are that much more powerful, like crazy powerful. So that's what I'm feeling for you guys right now. So that's really exciting. Oh, death and rebirth. These are two major arcana cards. This is a big start for you guys, a new beginning. Again, we have an action. So if you have been feeling like there's been a pause or a stuck on, being stuck in one place for some time, new energy is coming in. It's kicking you back into action again. It just a time of like positivity is flooding in for you guys, and abundance too, right? So I feel like I'm just hearing abundance of happiness, you know, this joy. The sun is shining on you guys. This is so fun. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We're doing it. The world. Whoa. Yes, please. Yes, this is such a high vibe energy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys, for allowing me to tap into your energy today, because it is just awesome energy. This is so much fun. It's just such a high vibe and powerful energy. Okay. So together you're in this flow, you're resetting, you're starting this brand new like energy, right? Like you're starting with a clean slate and with this new lease on life, like this new perspective, just letting go, allowing this to come in. I feel big things are in store for you guys. A lot of your manifestations, I feel like maybe one major manifestation is starting to kind of come together finally, or feeling like, you know, things are just working out for you. Luck is on your side. All right, let's keep going. We are gonna pull more oracle cards, maybe some messages on kind of what this is about. This is on a bigger scale though. This is at a spiritual level with the death. You know, what I'm hearing too is a lot of changes, a lot of internal changes happened with you together. Together you like embraced each other's differences or embraced each other, right? And your union, your coming together created this like new energy, this new buildup of energy. Yeah, this attracting of abundance. You're attracting in, this is what you're attracting in right now, is just success, happiness, joy. A lot of big changes. So yeah, okay, let's see. Oh, that was 2 cards. Let's get one at a time here. For my group 3s. What ones? Okay, okay. Mountains, clarity. Clarity. Speed, movement. Yeah, there's so much speed to this. Reaching a mountain, like reaching a new summit, a new level of awareness to then like propel you forward. So definitely stay grounded, you know, with the 2 of Pentacles. This is a balance. This is maintaining balance, maintaining work, home life balance, you know, not getting carried away in working too hard. But this is the clarity of what's coming next, what you need to do to get there, and being able to take that action with confidence and really reach your destination with speed. Ooh, that's exciting. All right, let's see what other messages come through for my group 2s. I feel this like speed, like I feel like I'm tripping over my words, like I can't talk fast enough to get all these messages out for you. All right, let's see. What other messages? Did I miss anything? Did I miss anything for group 3? What else do we need to talk about? A couple cards from this oracle deck for you guys. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, I already know what card just flipped over. Freedom. Freedom came out with commitment. You got, you know, there's together you're manifesting this freedom, right? Like you've committed to the relationship, but it's released you. It's released you from feeling trapped. Even if it's not just the relationship, but it's the commitment to each other for so long. We're also having forgiveness. So let's see what the forgiveness energy is about, because that's a different energy that just popped in. But this to me is this ability to heal, to see a new level of awareness, and to move move back into a place of freedom, to escape. This is the Eight of Swords in reverse. That's freedom, right? It's being released. Life purpose. Okay. This is so amazing. This is kind of like a beautiful pathway that you guys are walking towards. That you are on your life purpose. Like, this is exactly where you're meant to be. You guys are meant to be together. You're committed. You know, this connection is just like the perfect balance. Being able to have this movement is like this speed, and this movement is just going to feel like free, being able to free yourself and move forward together, being free to do what you feel is your life purpose, what you were here to, you know, meant to do in this lifetime. You're just like taking off, right? I even see like the birds with the cage, right? Together, you are these free birds, these flying together, you know, soaring into this new life together, or into this new energy together. And this is your life purpose. You have these two trees like mirroring each other. Like I said before, you know, you guys are growing from each other together in harmony, right? Expanding. And maybe in some ways you're opposites, or, you know, like we have black and white, you know, birds here, but they're connected so deeply. That's why it's kind of like you fit together like puzzle pieces. You know, you may be opposites, but they fit, or like you kind of bring two different things to the relationship that balances the relationship out. You know, we have Two of Pentacles. And we also have, you know, show the world the real you. Is like feeling accepted fully for who you are. And also like this, it just works, you know, it just works for you guys together. You're actually helping each other live your life purpose, not like keeping each other from pursuing your own freedom. Maybe this is what you needed in a relationship, is somebody who is both committed, but also does not make you feel trapped. I see like there's forgiveness here. There's an understanding between the two of you. There's also letting go, with surrendering with the Hanged Man. So being able to maybe even forgive the past, like you guys coming together has allowed you to move forward, to heal from the past. So let's pull a final oracle card for my group threes. Let's see, what final spiritual message do we have for group three? What are you guys together working on as a couple at a spiritual level? What is that deep spiritual level? Oh, this one wants to come through. Deep cellular healing. This one came out again, actually, because I think another group had this one as well, in case you were maybe drawn to another group. But it says, oh, I have mentioned healing, forgiveness. Okay. Deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. There's a lot of healing you guys are doing together. That's super powerful. At a cellular level, okay? So I mentioned earlier with this card, healing at a cellular level, that's, you know, this is ancestral pain that you're healing. Generational curses, healing at a deep level together. Awesome. So many beautiful couples in these readings. I'm just like blown away. We're going to pull one more card for you. One final card for group three. Anything that we missed? Ooh, okay. Water your garden. Nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. So I'm hearing again the message, just to remind everybody in this group, the message before, which was to, you know, because so much movement is happening for you and you're taking so many actions, you're going to be kind of like carried away by this energy, which is super exciting. Be sure to heal and cleanse yourself and rest and provide nourishment for yourselves as you're kind of going through this, because you don't want to burn out, you know, you don't want to overextend yourself, and then before you know it, you're completely burnt out. So just keep that in mind. I also see with this card, again, nourishment, body care, tenderness. Again, this energy of like healing, forgiveness, nourishment from this relationship, you know. And you may find water to be just very healing in general. You know, healing baths or going to the water, taking a trip to the water. That's gonna do it for this reading group 3. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading. I really, truly appreciate you guys sharing your energy with me, and also for Spirit to be able to allow us to share in these messages and for me to share these messages with you. If you have not done so already, please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and comment down below. Let me know your thoughts about this reading. Yeah, did it resonate with you? Did you find it helpful? I would love to know and have a chat with you in the comments. If you haven't done so already, but you are enjoying my readings, I would love if you would consider hitting that subscribe button and joining our family of celestial beings. And lastly, don't forget to check out my links below to my website and what I offer. I offer personal readings as well as my personal program, The Mystic Mindset. So you can find out more about that down below. But that's going to do it for this reading. Hope to see you back again soon, but bye for now. Hello, all my beautiful celestial beings who chose pile number 4. I have your pile right here with the clear quartz crystal. So I'm going to set your stone just right over here so we can dive on into your tarot cards first. All right, we have the Devil, and I will be reading these facing you. We have Strength, Page of Wands, 7 of Pentacles in reverse, and then we have the 4 of Swords in reverse. Okay, so interestingly, this quartz wants to be with the Devil, so we're going to put the quartz on the Devil, so, you know, just as a clarifying energy, because that's, you know, that is powerful energy. It's nothing to be afraid of. You know, we all have these energies in our lives from time to time. So it's nothing to be afraid of. These are messages for your highest good. And so these are coming from a place of positive, high vibrational spirit energy to help guide you guys. Yeah, so a lot of the time too, these messages will be things that you resonate with, that you already are aware of, and how to work through those energies. And when the Devil card comes up, it is an energy of some shadow, some toxicity that is coming into your field, right? So it could be an individual, it could be a person bringing that energy in. Now it is also Capricorn energy with the Devil. But for this particular reading, I do, you know, I feel as though there's some shadow that is being worked through, right? Some shadow that requires you to pull together all of your inner strength and be the bigger person, or face this with bravery and courage, because the Devil these are things, these could be old patterns. These could be old tendencies or addictions that are no longer serving us, right? It doesn't have to be a severe addiction, but it could be this heaviness, you know, this heavy energy that we are having to face, that we're having to work through. And I see that this could be energy that is from feelings of loss, from feelings of lack, feeling as though either some person or a situation has brought you down. That, you know, it feels like this heavy energy of feeling like there's no way up, or feeling like there's no way through, because if anything, you are stronger than ever from this, but at the same time, it weighs heavily on you, right? And it forces you to deal with difficult, toxic situations or scenarios. There may also be, again, toxic people, toxic energy coming in that you want to be done with, right? So whether this is maybe one individual person in the relationship, or both of you having to face these energies together and trying to find strength in this, you know, trying to find the way out. And with the Page of Wands, it's like wanting to feel that motivation and holding the light, shining the light. Like, this is the strength that's coming from you. It's like, despite setbacks, you continue to hold this light. And Spirit is wanting to confirm that for you and validate for you, like you're holding the light. Either, you know, maybe together you're holding this light for something better, to come in. So this could be a need to heal. This could be, I also feel a need to really just rest and take a time out from this in general. You might be forced to take a time out in order to deal with these feelings, in order to deal with these energies that are coming up. Because if you just push through push past the devil and don't acknowledge the devil, then it comes up over and over again, or it just weighs heavily, right? So this is kind of fleshing out, cleansing. The Four of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles is saying that it's kind of speaking to me as this manifestation that you're wanting to see, and there's a pause on it. It's not coming to fruition, right? And with the Four of Swords in reverse for you, there needs to be rest, right? It's kind of like again, like I feel like needing to put a pause, put everything on hold is what I'm hearing. It's kind of like just stop, right? Like just put everything on hold that you need to put on hold that you possibly can, and release or let go of this, kind of like the speed of this, that almost like you want this to happen faster. It needs to happen now. It needs to happen. Because your energy is waning. And I do also feel like letting go of this will just give you this like peace of mind. Like just let go of this happening in the time frame that you want it to happen. It's currently on pause. That doesn't mean it won't happen or that it couldn't happen still. But mentally, you're needing a break from this. Like this manifestation, maybe you guys are manifesting this together or hoping for this to come through. But, you know, at this point, you're not proving anything, I guess, by trying to push through, if that makes sense. I hope that's helpful, because honestly, like we've all been there. I can totally relate to this type of energy of like, you know, seeing the goal, seeing the destination, but like not getting anywhere past that, right? So you're not seeing actual results from all this energy and effort that you've put into it, and letting go of that expectation first and foremost will just focus on your own health and wellness and rest as being the priority right now. You're not going to lose momentum with this manifestation. In fact, you might even gain further momentum. But there are deep-seated things here that if we're not dealing with the devil's energy, you know, then you can't push through that. You can't manifest at the extent that you want to, because this energy is preventing it, right? So we have blockages sometimes that prevent us from fully manifesting. And you don't have to figure all of this out, because really the first step is going to be to rest and then to open up and allow the universe to help you. There's a heavy burden. I mean, we see her in a cage. This is oppressive energy. That's why I want to put this crystal, the crystal that you chose with the clear quartz, is very cleansing. I feel like you need to just cleanse your aura of all of this. Like just, you know, you don't need this heavy energy. You don't need this oppressive energy. It's just weighing on you and it's exhausting. And until we address that with our energy, address the deeper shadow that's living here, then we can't move forward. We can't watch this flourish and grow and bloom and blossom. Because the Seven of Pentacles, is the stepping back and just watching things come. Like watching it just grow. You know, we plant seeds. We plant the seed of our manifestation, then we need to at some point step back after we give it soil, we give it water, then we need to step back and allow it to grow. And unfortunately, it's not growing because either we're putting too much, you know, emphasis on it, we're giving it too much water, we're drowning it. And by water, I just mean, you know, metaphorically, like we're giving it too much attention. We're like focusing so much energy on it that we're drowning it. And the energy that we're focusing on it is more so this like, will it grow? It needs to grow. It needs to grow. You know, like we need to see the results. We need it. This is everything is just, you know, reliant. All my happiness is reliant on this one thing, right? And I get it. Like, it's hard to release, it's hard to let go. But if you do think of it as a plant, the seed has to grow itself. You know, the seed has to do that. And if we give it too much nurturing, it's gonna drown it. The seed is gonna, you know, is not going to take hold on its own. We need to give it space. And that's just a metaphor again for manifestations. So let's keep going with some oracle cards. We have Snow, Moon, and Purity. So this is a time, and you could see too, I just get with the snow energy. This is winter energy. Winter energy is time of rest, time of reflection, cleansing and purification, right? So this is purifying, and we have the Devil and we have the crystal, right? So like I was saying, we need to cleanse, we need to purify. Like, look how much those go together, right? So that's why I was putting this energy. I've just been drawn to like put this crystal here. Is we need to purify that for you guys. We need to purify this energy. And if you're not, you know, how do I do that? Maybe if that's what you're kind of asking, it's coming back to yourself, coming back into your inner presence, in your inner awareness, checking in with yourself. But you can't do that if you are burnt out. You know, you can't do that if you're hyper focused on the end result. We have to bring our awareness back into our body. Okay, change, Thunder, Moon. So change, oh, and these cards really match, don't they? This white energy with red coming through in her dress. But we have change. And there's a thunder, so there's kind of like a thunderstorm going on here as well. And change can happen like that, right? Like change can just, sorry, that wasn't a real snap. There we go. I wasn't sure if that would be too loud, like if you're wearing headphones. So if it is, I'll just cut it out. But otherwise, you get the idea. Change can happen like the snap of your fingers. So with that, we don't know when change is going to happen, right? And it can't happen until we purify our energy, until we open up to, until we remain cleansed and present. Okay? So this is just like, just release, breathe this out. I just have that need to just like take a deep breath and just like release this, right? Release this energy or these fears. Purifying your energy and making that your priority. Okay? Make the purification your priority. All right, let's keep going. We will pull some more oracle cards and tarot. But as a couple, you know, this is, ooh, okay, prosperity lies ahead. The manifestation is there, right? It's wanting to break through the surface with the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is present, right? It wants to break through the surface. That seedling wants to break through. But like I said, you're drowning it right now with these thoughts. There needs to be a pause, there needs to be a break. But now this could be as a whole, right? So this could be as a couple, or if one of you is needing this more than the other. Just keep this in mind. I think together you are trying to manifest this is my impression of this reading. But you'll know how this is, hopefully you'll know. Hopefully these messages make sense and you'll know how this applies. All right, let's see another message for my group 4s. What does group 4 need to know as a couple? What other message do we have for group 4? Okay. A fiery climax approaches. Yeah, so change is on the horizon. Your strength, your perseverance is creating this change for you. And it's going to be a big change. Okay, so if you've been worried that, you know, you're not going to see this prosperity, this manifestation coming to fruition with the new moon in Taurus, this is coming through for you. You know, I feel like there's confidence in knowing. Okay, sorry about that. Just had to restart my camera. But I was mentioning that there's comfort in knowing that it's not that you've been, you know, doing things wrong or that you haven't been putting the right intentions out there or the right steps forward, you know, there is a manifestation coming through for you based on what your energy is currently, based on what you've been putting out there. So just know that that's why it's like you need to take a break. I feel like as soon as you take a break and just kind of like let go of the outcome, there's like gonna be this big change like come in for you, or this abundance, you know, kind of manifest in for you almost effortlessly, really, at this point. I know you've put a lot of effort into this already, but it's almost like the universe is saying, you know, let go of the effort. Oh, wow. We're already getting cards. Okay. Discipline and building with atoms. This is, yeah, you know, that's what I was saying. Is like, this has been the result of discipline, inner strength, consistent building upon building. You know, even if this is not necessarily like something that you were physically building, you know, but the effort and the discipline put into this, the focus, you know, even at an energetic level, the focus on this that you've put, it's understandable why it's just weighing so heavily on you. So really consider some self-care right now as you allow what you've built to grow itself, you know, to release some effort or some control over that and just allow it to grow itself. Together, you know, this is a couple's reading, which is really interesting because together it seems like together you guys are so focused on this, and you may need just a break, right? Like maybe both of you just need a break mentally, right? From focusing on this so much. And the spirit is clearly saying, you've put that effort in, you've put all the physical energy in, and that doesn't mean that there won't be more steps, you know, along the way. But if you're going to be able to be prepared for what is about to come through and come in for you, then you're gonna need this rest. You really are gonna need to, you know, purify your energy and get back to a place of calm, of inner calmness, okay? That's what I'm hearing. It's like, oh, you need to just like breathe this out. Just like take a deep breath. I keep doing that, but like I feel like that's just really needed for this group. All right, let's see what this is all about. Let's see. I do want to see kind of what even the devil, what can we do about that devil energy? What messages come through about that? Judgment. Now, judgment is a release. Judgment is kind of like a judgment day, a reckoning. It's not about, you know, like self-judgment or judging a situation. Oh, King of Wands. Okay. We have the World. I'm going to put that as well. They came out together, but the World is in reverse, which makes sense, kind of what energy we're seeing. Because judgment to me is this like fresh breath of air. Like it's releasing, it's loud. Look at her soul is rising above. She's letting go, she's surrendering. She's gaining, you know, this harmony and balance, right? Like needing to process and balance before the manifestation, because the World is really the physical manifestation coming through as the final success, the final picture coming through. And I haven't forgotten about the King of Wands. He's still there. Look at the King of Wands with that lion in the background, because remember, you also have the Strength card, which is Leo energy. And Leo is, of course, the lion energy as well. So maybe some of you are Leos too. Do we have? Oh, we have Aries. Okay. I knew we had another fire sign in here. So this is a harmonization. This is a lot of major arcana cards for you as well. These groups have just been super powerful energy. Yeah, let's put one more card for the King of Wands. He's got action, you know? He's connected with this Aries energy of a fiery climax and being ready. I just see him like pose. Oh, yep. The Emperor, Aries energy, and the Lovers. You guys, a fiery climax approaches. This is like building up and getting ready to really take control, take action together. This is bringing you guys together And this is power energy. Maybe the male energy in your partnership, in your relationship, the male energy is taking on this like big results. But wow, there's just like strength and power and change. Wow. Like all this energy, but like with each other, right? As well. This deep connection of you guys moving forward together to reach the big picture. So don't doubt this ambitious energy that you have. Ambition, you know, building an empire together. That's what I'm hearing, building an empire together. So if you're in devil energy right now, which is that feeling of just like either, you know, running up, maybe there's toxic people trying to bring you down. There's toxic people trying to tell you like, you can't do this. Like, you're not going to do this. You don't have the strength to do this. It doesn't matter. It does not matter because you're doing it, right? Like you're integrating, you're balancing, you're cleansing, right? With this energy here, you're cleansing. I just want to like hold this with temperance too. It's happening. And if you get stuck, you know, if you have like a moment of like, okay, what's happening? Take a step back and reset, purify your energy. And it may not be like a day, remember? Because I feel like sometimes when we think about like, oh, healing or cleansing, we're thinking like, okay, I'll take one salt bath and then I'll be good to go. You know, or like I'll burn sage, you know, tonight, or I'll light this candle and then I'm good to go. But you know, sometimes it takes longer than that. Sometimes it feels like it takes too long, but you just gotta trust, right? You just gotta trust when it feels right, you'll know, and you'll be ready to take that action. You'll feel this King of Wands fire energy be like, all right, let's go, let's do this. We're building this empire. It's happening. So even if you've run into a hiccup, it doesn't matter. There's stability in what you're building. You're stronger than ever. And remember, okay, oh my gosh, going back to atoms, right? Atoms, you're building. That's what it says, building. One atom at a time. Even if you have to build one piece at a time, you're creating. That's what builds a strong foundation, right? It's not building something really quickly. It's being detail-oriented and meticulous so you get it done right the first time so that it doesn't crumble on you. Okay, so that's what you guys are doing. And that, again, it takes time. Wow. It takes time, it takes discipline to stick with it, even when things get tough, even when you're not seeing the results and it's frustrating. You're on the right track. Keep going. You know, just gonna take some discipline. Might take a little more time than you thought, but you're doing it and you're gaining momentum too. So don't forget that too, because we have fiery climax, we have change. You are gaining, oh, we have prosperity lies ahead. You are gaining momentum. Okay, and thunder strike. You know, I'm thinking with change too is like thunder strikes. When lightning strikes, sorry. I'm like, I know there's a saying here. When lightning strikes, like lightning's getting ready to strike for you. Right? Like when lightning strikes, it's like a stroke of good luck. Lightning's gonna strike and bring a change for you. And this is that fiery climax that's bringing prosperity. Oh, you guys. Awesome energy. Super exciting stuff here. All right, we're gonna keep going. What do we need to pull next? What do we need? I got a bunch of oracle cards here, but let's see. All right. We're gonna pull a couple cards from this deck. Any messages I forgot? Anything, any energy that group 4 needs to know? Let's see. Spirit guide. Yeah, you're on the right path. You have a guide supporting this relationship, supporting your soul journey, your soul path, your life purpose together. And I do feel like your spirit guide's telling you to take a rest. Compassion. Let's pull one more card for my group 4s. Compassion is just, you have healing energy to offer the world. I feel like you're gonna be, as a couple, maybe even in the forefront of your business, of your empire that you're building. Ooh, okay, this one wants to come through. And commitment. Yeah, together you're committed to this spiritual journey that you're on, and committed to healing others, to offering compassion to others and motivating others. You're committed to this journey. Oh, wow. This is so powerful. I was like, I have nothing left to say. Like, this is just such great, amazing confirmation. All right, let's get one more card for my group 4s. Together, yeah, together you're bringing compassion to the world. You're raising the vibration of other couples. You know, when I see the Lovers, this is like a divine connection, a divine spiritual connection that you have. But I also feel that you're building something that is going to help others, help the world, and be successful. So you may be in a business together, in other words. But let's see, what are you working on together at a spiritual level as a couple? What are you building on as a couple? Oh, okay, this is flying out. Baby steps. Action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. Baby steps. You know, I think that it says follow your intuition, and I think that what I'm hearing is kind of like this energy of needing to rest. It's going to help you tap back into your intuition. Now with baby steps too, I'm hearing the same energy of discipline. I'm hearing the same energy of like, this is going to take some time, but step by step, following your intuition, the full picture is going to come into, you know, into light. You're going to see it into view. So you may not see the full picture yet, but you know each step, each baby step is building, each atom is building this final strong picture for you, where you guys are just like dominating. You guys are ruling over what you've grown, your own business, or, you know, however that appears for you, just like your lives, really. All right, for some of you that will be kind of an empire or a business, but for others, maybe this is your family, your home dynamic, right? Having that strong stability and power together and confidence in yourselves. All right, let's do one more card. I feel like baby steps is awesome, but let's get one more card to finish up this reading for group 4s. Anything I missed for group 4? Final messages? Final messages for group 4. All right, there we go. The Great Severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. This energy is wanting to come through again. It did come through for another group. I can't remember if it was the third group or the second group, but anyway, this energy is obviously pretty powerfully happening right now. Could be happening at a collective level. So with the Mars severing, we have softening to love. I'm feeling anger, conflict. I'm feeling frustration with this card, wanting to be there, you know, wanting to reach, and fire energy as well, which we saw with the Emperor. We're seeing with the full moon in Aries, a fiery climax. You know, there could be the potential for some toxic energy to create conflicts, especially with, you know, for some of you, this devil energy could be causing conflict. It could be causing frustration with not reaching your goals. Remember too that the devil is an overfocus sometimes on the material world. So you may be seeking fulfillment in the external, and that leads to anger and frustration because the external 3D reality can never supply to us true, you know, happiness and peace. That can only come from within. So sometimes if we get out of balance with that, you know, the devil energy shows up and says, okay, we need to kind of release the control that the material world can have on us, and also release our expectations of the final outcome too. As I mentioned before, you know, letting go of the manifestation and knowing that it's a step-by-step process. So if you need to release, again, the recommendation with this card or the message here is to soften to love, right? Which is your power as a couple. This love, the divine love energy that you have as a couple. So this is going to be the key to your success and getting through this severing energy. But I also feel like with the severing energy, it's just kind of like this ripping apart or tearing away of expectations and oppression, right? Breaking through from it, or breaking free from it. So take a step back. Remember, this is a time for resting. Don't try to push through this mentally. But I feel as though, you know, reach out to your spirit guide. There's a spirit guide wanting to come through for you to help you through this time, to reassure you. They're definitely reassuring me in this reading that you're on the right track, you're on the right path. Take a second to just rest a little bit, but the actions that you're taking, the steps that you're taking, that's what you need to be doing right now. It's just that you know, you need to let it go a little bit. You need to let go of the outcome for the time being, not forever, but just for the time being, until you feel your intuition wake up again. You feel it kind of more loud and clearly, instead of, you know, that kind of like questioning of where is it? Where is my you know, manifestation? Where is it? I want to see it now. Let go and open up for it to just kind of come in at the right time, and you'll be surprised how quickly it actually does happen. So I know that can be hard to do. I totally get that. I understand. And yeah, we're all doing the best we can, right? In this human body, you know, in this 3D world, we're all doing the best that we can. But that's going to do it for this reading, group 4. Thank you so much for allowing me to connect with your energy. Thank you, Spirit and your guides, for allowing me to bring these messages to you and to share them with you today. I hope these messages were helpful to you. If you did enjoy them, please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. That really helps my channel out. If you have not done so already, but you are enjoying my readings, I would love it if you would consider hitting that subscribe button and joining our family of celestial beings. And comment down below if you have a chance. I'd love to have a chat with you in the comments, your thoughts on this reading. And lastly, I do link down below my website so that you can find out ways to get in touch with me, contact me about a personal reading, or even get in touch about my program, The Mystic Mindset. But that's going to do it for this reading. I hope to see you back again soon, but bye for now.